Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about follow-up baits for topwater. Uh, you know that if the perfect scenario for a great topwater day, you got 5 to 10 mile-an-hour winds blowing up on the bank. The fish are active. Anything you throw up there, no matter walking bait, prop bait, buzz bait, they're going to choke it. It's just how it is. But we all don't get to go fish on those perfect dream days for topwater. Usually it seems like in a tournament situation, and this is what I've got into a lot, that we'll go out and it's kind of dead slick. There might be a light breeze on the water. There might be some wake off some boats that are going by. The fish, they're still in the area. They're still up there. They're just not as active. And this is basically for the co-angler to say, your boater, he's going to be throwing more of, again, one of the baits I just showed you, some kind of prop bait, walking bait, buzz bait. And what happens when they go down the bank, they're getting blow-ups. They're not getting hooked up. Well, the thing is, they continue throwing the same bait right back in the spot over and over and over, making continuous casts, thinking that fish is going to come back. Sometimes it does happen. It does come back. It gets it the next time. What I, as a guy in the back of the boat, whenever I start seeing this, it's kind of more like reading the water to say, I understand that fish is really not committed on coming up for a bait to the surface. Now, granted, that could change hour by hour too, given the wind conditions or the light, in the sky, high bright skies to say. What I do when I see that situation happening over and over, I switch to what I call a follow-up bait. This is a super fluke, 7-inch super fluke. You can use the 5-inch. I just tied this one up for illustration. What it is, it's just a dowel or a rivet you put through the nose hook of it. You do a line through, tie a treble hook on there. I really like throwing the 7-inch because I can get the distance out of it. Where a smaller fluke bait, you're constantly fighting, trying to get the distance up there. This bait sinks lots faster than the others. And what it is say my boater or my pro, he's going down the bank and he's getting blow ups. I see that out of my peripheral vision where he got the blow up at. He's going to continue to throw in there, and more likely he's not going to get it. Well, just keep it in mind. Do not throw up there in front of him. Let him respect his water. But once he starts easing down that bank, remember that area that he was throwing in. You can literally throw this bait out there. Just let it go down 2 or 3 feet below the surface, twitch, kill it, twitch, and that bass is still in the area. He's more apt to take something that looks like it's a dying bait fish over the top water bait that continuously comes over and over again. Okay, how to rig this bait up. These are 3/16 rivets. I got them down at Ace Hardware. I think they're $2 for a package of these and all. What you want to do is take the rivet, break it apart. You're going to have the shaft of the rivet. What you're going to do is you're going to actually run that down through to give yourself a pilot hole in your fluke. Once you get it out, shove the rivet cap down inside, and that's where eventually you're just going to take your line, feed it through, tie on your treble hook. This here is a number 1 Gamakatsu. I like it because it's heavier and it gives me a little more weight to my bait where it's going to sink and all. The one thing that I am going to tell you on this bait right here is, for instance, when you pull up your hole that morning, obviously you're going to grab your topwater bait, get your follow-up bait, and right behind the seat where the co-angler fishes, lay that rod down across the back of the seat right there where you're not tripping over it. It's out of everybody's way. So whenever you're throwing your topwater, and let's say you have a blow-up, you can automatically reel your bait in, reach down and grab your follow-up bait. And your follow-up bait, this is important. Matter of fact, if you go fishing with me, if you catch a fish, it doesn't count if you do not have your bait attached back to your rod down here. Do not let your bait hang over the end off the side of the boat. It's kind of like going to a party at a trailer park. There's nothing good coming out of that. I promise you, you're going to end up getting hung up on that thing. You're constantly going to be fighting your line inside of the guides. And when you pick it up, look, it's that fast. You ain't sitting there dangling around the end. That's the tip of the day right there. But again, fasten your line. When he blows up, reel your top water in, flip this out there, and more likely you're going to do a hookup. Also, you know, when the water starts getting more slick, your boater, he's going to continue throwing that topwater bait. It looks like an F-16 coming across the top of the water. It just does not look natural to the fish. So what I'll do is I'll actually put down my topwater and I'll pick this bait up and I'll pitch it to the bank all day long, just twisting it back to the bait. And I'll usually capitalize. I'll be culling before you know it while he's up there still getting blow-ups and saying cuss words. But anyhow, guys, hope this tip helps. Let me know, like and subscribe.